when I first got the opportunity to speak to you, I'm like, what should I talk to Jake about? And I don't really want to talk about the Waratahs because I feel like you're probably sick of talking about it. But it'd be weird if I didn't. So how are you going? What's the mood like in the group? What's it like being captain? Do the boys get affected by all the stuff going on?
Look, it's been challenging. Even when we're going okay at the best of times, Sydney's still on to us. So, look,
that's a very nice way of saying it.
yeah. It's a tough environment here. When you think about it, if the Waratahs aren't performing, you got 10 other league teams you can follow. So, look, it's been tough, obviously, for the group and for myself. I find it challenging too, especially from the sideline. And it's a new experience for me being a captain. Never captain growing up or had any aspirations to be a captain. I was lucky enough to be supported heavily by the playing group and the coaches. And I was excited for the challenge and still am. But, you look at where we're at as a group, very young team, and I look at a lot of the individuals in that team. They progressed, fast forwarded their progression, way ahead of time. We have guys in our team that are lucky to play a handful of first grade games, and I think for the position that they're in, they're doing better than expected. I really do believe that, and I was lucky enough to be given the opportunity to almost play 100 games for uni. And I debuted in Super Rugby at 23, and I think that's a natural progression of a player, and I think that's how it should be. I have fond memories of playing for Sydney Uni. I think that really put me in good stead to be able to perform at a Super Rugby level. I'd hate to be thrown in the mix at 20 years old and expect to, carry the Waratahs on your shoulders, which is a hard position to be in. But yeah, I think obviously for the group, since we're such a young team, it's a new experience. I've been involved in Waratahs teams that haven't performed before, and I've been involved in Waratahs teams that have. But with a young group, I also think that it doesn't have as bigger effect as it does for the guys that have been there for a long time, who I guess are very passionate about the jersey. I'm not saying the younger guys aren't, but they're not exactly used to what comes with it. But, I do worry about the young guys, like I said, who have progressed in front of their time by a massive amount. And I worry about, the development they have. But, man, they're still training hard. And around the group, it's still a good vibe compared to what I thought it would have been like. If you told me we would have been down 3, not having won 3 games, and especially by the margins we had in the first 2 rounds, I honestly would have thought it'd have a different effect on the group. But rugby's a weird game, and we spoke about during the week putting some pride back in the jersey, which I know can be a throwaway comment, but I was really impressed by the way they played against the Force, who have some test experience and a pretty handy side across the park. I really think we improved, and it's a weird way to talk about rugby. Everyone wants results, but realistically, we need to focus on improving at the moment.
Has anything surprised you about being captain?
No, I wouldn't say anything's really surprised me. How have I found it? To be honest, I've only done 2 games now. So I obviously played in that trial and then played the first game against the Reds. No, I tell you what I have found surprising. The only thing really is the amount of media compared to when Foxtel were involved. I obviously wasn't captain at the time. But the amount of media you have to do now that Channel 9 and Stan are involved, they've done a great job so far. I think they've really helped influence the game and promote it. See billboards that we haven't seen probably in, God, I can't even remember. It's a shame my ugly mug's on it, but just the way they're promoting the game is refreshing and great for the group. You can see the spider cam, you see the pre-game goes for an hour. The post-game they even goes for God knows how long, but the coverage that they're actually doing and the insight they're giving into individuals. Harry Johnson-Holmes, playing guitar, and I guess seeing a little bit of personality is refreshing. But that's something, obviously, didn't have media duties before with Foxtel. But one thing I've noticed is exponentially the amount that's gone through the roof now that Channel 9's been involved.